Alright, thanks for joining me again today. We got another unboxing from CGC. We have 25 comics here. So these were all cleaned and pressed for myself. Alright, we'll put these down here. Okay. Let me try to get a little bit organized here. All right, so okay, so the first book here. So we have Amazing Spider-Man Annual 17. So this is the Canadian price variant. So I thought that I pressed this one to an 8.5 and it came back a 9.2. Can you see that crease, like that scratch on the case? That one's actually really bad. I might send this one back even though it's so silly. Oh well. Okay, so anyways, 8.5 thought, came back 9.2, so can't complain about that, but look at that scratch. Can you see that? Okay, so next. So we have Amazing Spider-Man 234. This is the 75-cent price variant or Canadian price variant. And I thought this one was going to be a 9.4 and it came back a 9.8. Super happy about that. I thought it was supposed to be or could be a 9.4 because there's some foxing on the book. Or just the start of foxing. All right. Next, let's keep going. Okay, so some more Amazing Spider-Man. So we have Amazing Spider-Man 235. This is the Canadian price variant or 75-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.8, but there was some foxing on it, and it came back a 9.6. So I'm not disappointed because there was some foxing, or there is some foxing on this book, so 9.6. Okay, so next one, I have two of them. Okay. So, two of the same books here. We have Amazing Spider-Man 236. What does it say? Death of Tarantula. So, Canadian or 75-cent price variant. So, I thought that they were a 9.4 and a 9.8. So, we got a 9.6. And got 9.8. So super happy. Anytime I can get a 9.8, very happy about that. Okay, next, let's keep going. So I'm just trying to do this in somewhat of an order here. Okay, I don't know if you saw that or not, but all right. So next one is another Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 237. This is the Canadian 75-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6 or a possible 9.8. It came back a 9.8 white pages. Very happy about that. Okay. All right. So next one here, Amazing Spider-Man 240. This one, I thought this one was going to be a 9.4, I thought, and came back a 9.6. So this is the 75-cent Canadian price variant. Happy about that too. Okay, let's keep going. So hopefully you didn't see the grade there. All right, the next one we got here, we have Amazing Spider-Man 242. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6, and it came back 9.6 white pages. So happy about that. All right, next one, Amazing Spider-Man 243, Canadian price variant, 75-cent price variant, and I thought this was going to be a 9.6 or possibly a 9.8, and it came back a 9.8. That is great. Okay, next. Alright, so we got Amazing Spider-Man 246, the Canadian or 75-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.4. Yeah, 9.4. Came back a 9.8 white pages. Great. So good. Okay. So I think one more Amazing Spider-Man book in this box. Yeah, this is Amazing Spider-Man 247, Canadian price variant or 75-cent price variant. So this one I thought was going to be a 9.6, and it came back a 9.6. All right. No complaints there. Okay, so let's get... All right, so we have X-Men number 4. This is a newsstand edition, the first Omega Red, the first appearance of Omega Red. So I thought this one was going to be a 9.6, and it came back 9.8. That is awesome. That is a nice book to have. All right, let's keep going. What do we got? Okay. Okay, so a little technical difficulties there, but so next is we have Superpowers, number 2, miniseries. I know there were 2 miniseries in the 80s. So this one, number 2, Canadian price variant. I thought this one was going to be 9.4 or 9.6, and it came back 9.8. Super awesome, I would have to say. And in the same series, we have Superpowers number 3. So I thought this is again the Canadian price variant or a 95-cent price variant. I thought this was going to be a 9.4 or a 9.6, and it came back a 9.8. Superpowers number 4, Canadian 95-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.4. Came back a 9.8. Super happy, of course, when that happens. Then hopefully you didn't see that. Okay. So this one, all right. And Uncanny X-Men 182. I think this is appearance of Rogue in this. There is an appearance by Rogue in this. So I thought that this one was going to be a 9.8, but it came back a 9.6. And actually, I can see there's a ton of color loss right there. Can you see that? I'm going to have to take a look at my video if I have a video before if there was that color loss there. So anyways, this is 9.6 Canadian 75-cent price variant. Okay, let's keep going. I got, okay. So next we have Detective Comics 575. I thought that this is a direct edition. I thought this one was going to be a 9.8. Came back a 9.8 white pages. Very, very nice. Okay, we have the next Detective Comics. The next issue, direct edition 576. I thought this one was going to be 9.6. Came back at 9.8. Fantastic. Great. All right, so let's go to this one. Fantastic Four, 277. This is the Canadian 75-cent price variant. I thought this one was going to be a 9.4, and it came back a 9.8. Big book. 9.8. Wow. I'm very surprised about that. Okay, so then next we'll do these two. Alright, so next book is, we have X Factor number 2. So this is the Canadian price variant, the 95-cent price variant. And I thought this one was going to be a 9.8, and it came back a 9.8. Happy about that. These black covers are tough to get 9.8, so it's good. All right, next one we have X Factor number 4. I thought this one was going to be a 9.6, and it was a 9.6. This is the Canadian 95-cent price variant. All right, so let's keep going. I think I have 4 more books in here. Oh yeah, so the 4 books that are left are the 4 books from this limited series. So Submariner, number 1 here. This is the Canadian price variant, $1 price variant. So I thought all of these were going to be a 9.8. So let's see. So number 1, 9.8 white pages. Very good, very happy. Okay, number 2. Number 2, again, this is the $1 Canadian price variant. It came back a 9.8 as well. And then number 3 in this series, it's also Canadian $1 price variant. I thought 9.8, and it came back a 9.8 as well. So, did number 4, did it ruin the streak? Oh. Number 4, $1 Canadian price variant, and it came back 9.8. So that's great. The whole series, they're all Canadian price variants, and they are all 9.8s, white pages, so that's great. So just to tell you a summary of this box. So this box, there were 25 books, and 2 of the grades came back lower than I expected. 12 of the grades came back exactly what I expected, and 11 of the grades came back higher than I expected. Okay? All right. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you again soon.